So in legalism, they tell you to not do a lot of stuff.
Sure.
And if you do any of that stuff, at least in my experience,
Okay.
they don't like you very much and want you to leave or don't talk to you anymore or whatever.
Okay.
So, or say you're going to hell.
Okay.
For stupid stuff like my favorite example, watching R-rated movies.
Right.
So, is there anything in the Bible that you go straight to hell for doing? So is that phrase right? Like,
you're going straight to hell.
You're going straight to hell because X. Ever.
No.
All right.
It's not. Because, all right. So Hebrews chapter 10 says that Christ offered one sacrifice for all sins forever. Okay, or for sins forever. So, therefore, all sins can be forgiven by the blood of Christ. Right?
All of them?
All of them. Okay? So, if all sins can be forgiven...
Even any example that I could ask you right now.
Any example. Yes, and I know your mind can go to some pretty twisted things. Yes. Anything can be forgiven. That's the whole point of it. Right? He died for all sins on the cross. So therefore, any sins can be forgiven. Therefore, nothing you do in this exact moment is going to send you straight to hell like now.
Okay.
I mean, we alluded to this last episode, but you just look at Scripture, how many people in Scripture actually did not live fully godly lives, quote unquote, and yet were still forgiven, right? Like we mentioned Abraham and David, and they were immediately forgiven, and so much so they're actually listed in Hebrews 11 as models of men, or of examples of men of faith. And then Peter denies Jesus, right? I mean, so if Peter's denying Jesus, denying even knowing him, denying being with him, Peter does that 3 times, and yet he's still forgiven. Paul persecutes the church and approves of the first martyr from the church. Paul's the one who's there who approves of it. And so if they can all be forgiven,
then so can I.
And so can all of us.